In this video, I want to talk about the work folder 4 in college reading and study skills. For this work folder, you're simply going to turn in a report for me. I need the report to be at least 500 words. So be sure at the end of the report that you list your word count. Now you can do this report as an attachment, or you can simply write it in the submission portal online and send it in that way. If you are doing live writing on our classroom's learning management system, whether it's Blackboard or Brightspace or something like that, usually, well, you can find a way to save your draft online so that you can come back to it later. Be sure that you do that so that you don't accidentally close out and lose your writing. An easier way to do it, perhaps, is simply to write it on your computer and save the draft there, and then submit it as an attachment when you're ready to turn in your work. Make sure you proofread your work. Try to find all the misspellings, all the misused punctuation marks, clean them out, and then send it my way. I really appreciate polished writing. In this report, I want you to affirm that you've been using some of the study skills we have looked at in your own life. So explain to me how you are growing in terms of the techniques that you've read about. Now, it's a little tricky because I really would like you to truly be trying to become a better note taker, a better student in terms of how you recall information, how you find the core information that you need to know, and how you are able to maybe understand other information that is not as crucial to know. So you're learning how to discriminate when it comes to just taking care of business, learning the grammar of something, the facts, the data. So in your report, explain to me how you're becoming a better student in light of the things we are discussing in this class. Some of the things that you might be using in your life are things that you've actually learned from the textbook. So if that's the case, your work seems to be pretty straightforward, correct? You're taking those techniques from the textbook. You're saying, this is what I'm using. This is how I'm using it. This is how I feel like it's working. All right. But there might be an instance where you've come up with your own method. After you've looked at what the book has said, you've decided, well, I might be able to do this a better way, or I'm going to tweak this. I'm going to revise it. I'm going to custom make it for me. And for me, I'll do this or I'll do that, and you have developed some of your own techniques. They're not in the book, but the book may have helped you along the path to taking some ideas and then making them your own in the sense of retooling them, refiguring them, redesigning them. Okay, so that's fine too. What I am saying is I need the report to tell me how you are implementing strategies and habits that you feel are putting you on a better path for success as far as college classes go. Retaining the information, understanding which information you need to retain, and being able to give back to your assessor, your teacher, what they are asking for so that you can receive good grades in those classes. So again, it could be coming from the textbook, or it could be something that you're sort of developing on your own. But the core element is that you're doing some things to help you. Now I say things plural because I want more than one thing that you are doing. All right. So the very basic requirements here are that you have at least two habits you are trying to ingrain in your life, and that you explain those with a minimum of 500 words for me. Now, I feel like you need to go a little beyond that, right? Don't just hit the minimum requirements. Go a little bit beyond so that you demonstrate to your teacher that you weren't maybe clawing your way to that finish line because you were out of gas maybe 100 words before. So I really am kind of hoping to read some material that are 600, 750 words long and maybe 3 or 4 techniques. All right, once you write your report, think of a creative title for it and put that title up there. Please don't use a title like Study Skills Report. Think of a creative title. In fact, you might want to use 2 titles, a main title and a subtitle, separate them with a colon. That's called a 2-tier title. Or you might just want to use one well-crafted title, but do come up with a title. When you're finished, go ahead and submit it online, and you can write this directly into the submission portal. And if you don't finish it all at once, you can save it as a draft, come back to it later, or you can write it in your computer, save it as a file. When you're done with it, then go online to the submission link and then attach it and send it in. All right, that's what you need to do for work folder 4.